everyone. Today I'm going to be reading you a book called The Last Day Blues because as we know, school's coming to an end and we're about to have our last day in just 2 weeks. So I thought this was the perfect book, and it says everyone gets the blues sometimes. And what do I mean by blues? Doesn't mean you turn into the color blue. It just means you get like a little sad feeling. And right now, some of you might be feeling a little sad because we can't be at school doing our end of the year activities like Fun Day, Spirit Week, things that we all did at the end of the school year, and maybe like a move up day. We're missing out on those things, and that might make us feel a little bit blue or sad. So I thought this was the perfect book. So again, it's called Last Day Blues by Julie Dannenberg and illustrated by Judy Love. Look at that picture. On the Monday morning before the Friday that was the last day of school, Mrs. Hartwell took attendance. She sighed as she called out the last name. "I'm going to miss all of you," she said. The kids nodded in agreement. "I'm going to miss my friends," said Shannon. "I'm going to miss Daisy," said Dan. "I'm going to miss chocolate milk and pizza for lunch," said Joe. Everyone felt a little blue thinking about the last day of school, even Daisy. That afternoon during recess, the students talked as they hung out on the jungle gym. "Mrs. Hartwell said she's going to miss us," said Alexandra, swinging from a bar. "She should get a present to cheer. We should get a present to cheer her up," said Eddie, hanging upside down by his knees. But what could they get her? That's a good idea. "I could give her the rest of my sandwich. It's my mom's bologna special," said Josh. "Or a coffee cup. Or a new pen, the kind with feathers and beads." The students thought and thought, but couldn't come up with one single idea that they all agreed on. Sometimes it's hard to get everybody to agree, right? And in one classroom. "We'll think of something tomorrow," Eddie assured everyone as they lined up at the drinking fountain. What do you think they're going to come up with? On the Tuesday before the Friday that was the last day of school, Mrs. Hartwell read the final page of their last read-aloud book. "I'm going to miss circle time," said Mrs. Hartwell. "I know I missed circle time with you all. I'm sitting on the carpet." "I'm going to miss science," said Miss Emily. "I'm going to miss seeing Mrs. Hartwell wear her safety goggles during science," said Jack, giggling. And so before they got too sad, Mrs. Hartwell put on her safety goggles one last time, just for fun. "We definitely need to cheer Mrs. Hartwell up," said Andy during recess as he jumped out of a swing. "Any ideas about a present?" Eddie asked. "Nope," they all answered back. Still couldn't figure out what to get her. On the Wednesday before the Friday that was the last day of school, Mrs. Hartwell brought in her super duper sugar cookies with extra frosting. That sounds yummy. "I'm going to miss snack time, but I can't wait for barbecues by the pool," said Jack, on summer vacation, of course. "I'm going to miss recess, but I can't wait to play hide and go seek after dinner," said Alexandra, on summer vacation. "I'll miss school, but I can't wait for summer vacation," said Josh. The class discussed their summer plans and wished away their last day blues with another round of milk and sugar cookies. "I don't know whether to be happy or sad today," Andy said the minute they all arrived at the jungle gym. "Mrs. Hartwell is sad," said Olivia. "She probably doesn't want the year to end." "While we're swimming, she'll be reading her old lesson plans," said Walker. "And while we're playing, she'll be trying to remember the fun times we had this year," said Dan. And that's when an idea zipped, zapped, and zinged through Eddie's brain. "I know exactly what will cheer her up," Eddie said, jumping down from the jungle gym. The class agreed it was perfect. On the Thursday before the Friday that was the last day of school, Eddie raised his hand right after Mrs. Hartwell started language arts. "We need some privacy, please," he said. And so Mrs. Hartwell took down her bulletin boards with her back to the class. She never even peeked back to check on us. Well, only once. On the morning of the Friday that was the last day of school, the students dashed into the classroom. They snapped open the shades for the very last time. They did their chores for the very last time. They fed Daisy for the very last time. And as soon as the bell rang, they couldn't wait for Mrs. Hartwell to see her present for the very first time. What do you think it's going to be? The last day of school makes us so blue. We'll miss recess and pizza and reading too. We'll miss Daisy and cookies and friendship that's true. Snack time and science and learning new. We'll miss spelling bees for our test review and groundhogs that play peekaboo. This year's been great, a big wahoo. There are many things to miss, it's true. But mostly what we'll miss is you. They wrote her a nice poem, didn't they? Later on, during recess, Eddie said, "I think Mrs. Hartwell liked her present. I just hope it helps." Margaret said, "Poor Mrs. Hartwell." They all said sadly as they pictured their final goodbye. Teachers must hate the last day of school. And then it was time. The bell rang. "Goodbye," the students called as they rushed out the door. "Goodbye," Mrs. Hartwell called after them. And then she returned to her empty classroom. "It's just you and me, Daisy," she said. "I'm sure going to miss them this summer." She was sad, wasn't she? "But I can't wait for vacation." Oh, look at what all the teachers are doing. They're on a party. I thought they missed the kids. And there's Mrs. Hartwell on her summer vacation. Hope you enjoyed the book. Go into your Google Doc and answer some questions about the book.